Donc bonjour à toutes et bonjour à tous pour la seconde partie découverte du jeu Call of Cthulhu version PS4 qui tourne sur ma PS5. Allez, on est parti. Bon, c'est encore en train de chanter les alcoolos. Bonjour monsieur, quelqu'un qui lit un livre.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Ah, il est sérieux lui. Il lit son bouquin.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant
Ah,
event of the
alors, on est
last
là sur la
80
pêche
years.
miraculeuse. D'accord. Alors, le 21 mai 1847, pêche miraculeuse. Le Scylla rentre à la maison pour sauver Darkwater de la famille. Ok, alors. On ne les attendait plus. L'équipage du Scylla, ou ce qu'il en reste, a regagné le port de Darkwater mardi en fin de journée. Les badauds. C'est quoi déjà les badauds? Putain, je connais ce mot, mais les badauds. Bon, bref, se sont immédiatement pressés sur le quai. Ça doit être des genres de marins, enfin bref. Pour accueillir le dernier baleinier de l'île. Quelle ne fut pas leur surprise de découvrir une incroyable prise que le valeureux navire avait à son bord. D'une envergure qui dépasse même celle des redoutables baleines à dents, celle que l'on désigne déjà sous le nom de pêche miraculeuse recouvrit l'intégralité du pont et certains des membres dépassaient encore du bateau. Ses membres dépassaient encore du bateau, d'accord. Ouais, un monstre. Alors, les marins survivants firent le terrible récit de sa périlleuse capture, mais aussi de sa chair incomparable, tant par sa finesse que par son par son abondante qualité de lecture. Désolé, je lis pas souvent, je suis exactement comme vous. Ne venez pas me faire genre que vous lisez souvent. S'il vous plaît, les mythos dehors. Alors, nul doute que la grandeur admirable de cette baleine permettra à de nombreux habitants de Darkwater de se nourrir, mettant fin à la disette qui ravageait une partie de l'île. Monsieur Marc, de l'entrepôt à partir qui a contacté. C'était le retour du baleinier. Ok. Chacun repartira avec son flacon de vue. N'hésitez pas. Ok. Bon, enfin
You have
bref.
no right to treat us like this.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said it.
Bon, il va falloir que.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker and a debtor. Interesting.
Cold. She won't stop asking.
Si je prenais le harpon
That again. She will
et
get
que
herself
j'harponnais, que je
all
transperçais
over
cet
the place
enculé.
now.
J'ai envie d'être
I told
casse-couille.
you to beat it. I told you to beat it. I told you to beat it. I told you to beat it.
C'est tout? Bon, ouais. Bon, mon pote, fais
You
péter de
again.
la. Ouais, c'est encore moi.
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Ouais, je veux une bouteille de whisky.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Ça, c'est bien, ça. Bon.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
You don't dare say a thing because you respect their memory. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a lot on your mind.
You're not a PI for nothing. Okay. I don't know what it's worth, though. But Mrs. Hawkins, she went to see her doctor very often.
She was sick.
I shouldn't have mentioned it to you. Forget it.
D'accord, il va falloir que j'aille voir le doc.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Charles Hawkins owed you a lot of money. Do you know if he had problems?
I don't know the details, and it's not my business. Money or not, he was always welcome in my bar. The Hawkins family was always much appreciated on the island.
I read the article on the miraculous catch. Interesting local folklore.
Don't get it into your head to repeat that round here. It's more than folklore. On that day, the crew of the Scylla caught an exceptional catch. The biggest whale ever caught. They saved Darkwater from famine.
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
Bon, est-ce qu'ils vont me vendre une bouteille de whisky maintenant?
Let's say I want to buy a bottle from you.
Let's say I don't want to sell you one.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything
Ah,
else?
c'est sûr, mais vas-y, assure.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I
C'est
grant the
casse-couille,
privilege to
frère.
whoever
Je
I
te jure,
want.
c'est casse-couille.
Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
J'ai juste envie de te mettre un coup de tête et te rentrer ton nez dans la figure.
That'll be all for now.
Casse-couille, sérieux. Il fait pas les changes à tes voix, lui.
You have no right to treat us like this.
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said it.
She will do it again.
Bon, ces casse-couilles veulent pas me filer la piave. Kate, elle se la joue. Bon, on va trouver une autre solution. Wesh.
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, everyone will see what you've got in your belly.
I hope so. I hope they don't forget the lesson. Me? I'm not scared of some girl.
I mean, they're going to cut you open, you idiot. Calm down.
Great fight. Non. Bon, est-ce que tu as
You
trouvé
saw what
utile à
happened
quelque
with those
chose?
sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
Putain, avec un bon doublage français, là, j'aurais été encore plus dedans dans le jeu. Y a pas un truc que j'ai oublié de faire ou quoi? Pourquoi il y a un point d'interrogation? Il y a un truc dans le coin. Ah si, il y a toujours ce sort d'ici. Ok, il y a un truc là à faire.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating, but it's been completely taken to bits. There must be some spare parts amid all this clutter.
D'accord, ok.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
La sortie du briquet, oh, fait plaisir. Faudrait une manivelle.
A ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
Ok. Ah là, je l'ai. Manivelle.
This handle will be perfect for the winch.
Je sens que j'ai tout ce qu'il me faut. Let's go.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
Attends, il va falloir que j'aille dans la soute là. Je suis à flemme. Pas envie. C'est quelle drôle d'idée. Je vais trouver une bouteille de whisky. Oh my god. Ah voilà, ben oui, elle a mauvaise idée. Vas-y, je me casse. Bon, remarque, maintenant que je suis affecté en vrai, Osef. T'es bout, non?
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
Ouais, j'espère aussi. Je te dis que Monsieur Hawkins, oh là là, oh là là. Ah, il a eu trop crache pour des alliés, des marres. Oh là là, c'est les grottes de Lascaux. Ah ouais,
This
non, le
is
plus 6, je suis pourri.
primitive.
Ok, mais ils portent tous un truc bizarre. C'est quoi ces genres têtes chelous? Il y en a un par bateau, par barque plutôt, qui emporte. Ok. Bon, écoute.
Oh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Ah, je suis rentré dans l'entrepôt? Pas besoin de bouteille de whisky. Il y a quelqu'un qui s'est fait là il y a pas longtemps.
The glass is shattered, like someone smashed it. Was it before or after the removal of these bandages?
D'accord. Je vais aller en colonie.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
Oh putain, c'est quoi ces trucs-là?
It smells as bad as it looks.
J'imagine, hein.
Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
Ouais, moi aussi, je connais ça.
Le Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins?
L'accent qu'ils ont, les ricains, quand tu vas te parler français. J'ai envie de dire, un français qui parle ricain, tout aussi. Ah, attends, ce cultisme, ouais.
Is
Là,
this
j'aurais
one
dû.
of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Non, on va pas encore se mais non, il reste des trucs encore à faire.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
Ok. Donc,
Someone has settled in here. And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
It's clear that you knew the victims. I'm sorry to dig up bad memories.
I can still see the poor child lying burned on the floor of their drawing room. We had to tear him off. The marks must still be there. They're in my mind anyway.
It's horrendous. I'm going to need your experience to bring him justice, Officer Bradley. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally
D'accord.
grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Ok,
Is it far?
Cat Baker.
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Un petit succès. L'étrange maison haute. J'appelle ça des succès, mais c'est trop fait, bon, c'est pareil. D'accord, ok, c'est pour ça elle lui a fait la réflexion. Il s'est déjà pris un sourire de l'ange, lui. À la Joker du Batman.
Well, here we are, Hawkins mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
J'ai même pas envie de ça, ça sert à rien. Vous connaissez bien les lieux, ne traînons pas.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
Oh, attends, de quoi on doit se
I
méfier?
prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to
D'accord.
worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Jeez. If you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Vas-y, quoique. Investigation score insuffisant.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you. if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Bon. Attends, c'est quoi? C'est même, il y a tout, vraiment tout qui a brûlé. C'est qu'il y a un incendie là, frère. C'est que cette île, elle est maudite, il n'y a plus rien qui pousse. Pourquoi on s'arrête là?
Poor kid. Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins'
D'accord,
grave.
ça tombe à ça.
The caretaker takes great care of these graves.
Bah, elle a raison. Hein. Signe de respect. Bon, mon pote, moi je te laisse là. J'ai envie d'aller au manoir. Moi. Bon, en espérant que le vieux me tombe pas dessus. Là, c'est clairement barricadé, c'est ça sert à rien. Un corbeau. Ça a l'air rouillé, on dirait que ça a pris le feu.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa!
Whoa!
You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Sarah Hawkins' father sent me here to investigate the death of his daughter.
Webster, huh? I understand how he feels. But me? I want the dead to rest in peace. And that means kicking the ass of gumshoes like you.
Why would you not want me to help understand what happened here?
I've got nothing to hide. Tell me what you're doing here. And no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked. And I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it. Vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Bon, finalement, ça s'est bien passé.
Stop bothering me.
Et mon pote,
Pierce, shall we enter?
toi, ça servi à rien,
Now
mon
that you
frère.
finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
Ouais,
You're
c'est
right.
pas grâce à toi.
Let's go.
Stop bothering me.
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you. Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
Attends.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Qu'est-ce qu'ils ont dans tous ces lieux d'horreur de laisser une grande table avec de la vieille bouffe dessus? Ah, lui, il a un super pouvoir, lui.
What kind of meat is this?
J'avoue, on dirait la gueule d'un extraterrestre, quelques trucs. Ça serait un poisson bizarre, chelou. Oh, c'est putain.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here, smashed his plate on the floor. Sarah Hawkins didn't eat. Was it because of the meat or something else? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door. Silas managed to bring the fire under control.
Attends, frère, moi je fouille un
It's
peu.
already too late for the Hawkins.
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer? Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way. Charles and Sarah's wedding, as painted by Sarah herself. Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. They had a fight. Why? The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? Did it stop at the time of the fire? Did someone escape the fire? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee.
Petit soldat de plomb.
And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
C'est officiel, la police a bâclé son travail. Les indices ne collent pas. L'incendie n'était pas un simple accident. Je pense qu'on va commencer par là.
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
Ah, c'est plutôt ça.
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
This door is locked.
Par livre, putain, ça va pas monter.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. But whose? The lyrics of the drunken sailor. A sea shanty. This door is blocked from the outside.
Ah oui. Effectivement.
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818. Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess. A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century. One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable. One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep. What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Comme vous savez, j'ai toujours prouvé un peu que... Un tas de garde, ok. Oula, j'ai vu quelque chose. Il y a eu une apparition aussi d'une de tête bizarre, un truc bizarre. Oh.
Locked.
Voilà, c'est ça là.
The boys' room. A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
Pourquoi je peux pas regarder?
Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
Bon, j'oublie toujours pas qu'il y a eu une vision, une apparition tout à l'heure. La clé ouvrant le bureau de... Ok. C'est ça le bureau?
What will her room reveal about her?
Ah d'accord, investigation, ça sert à ça aussi. Bon, tout à l'heure, première porte cadenassée, j'avais pas cette investigation. D'accord, j'espère que ça a fait monter mon investigation, ça. 40%. Putain, j'ai 7 points à pouvoir mettre, ok.
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold. It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why.
Petit pentagramme dans le plus grand des calmes. On va pas le traverser. Faut faire attention. C'est quoi cette trace de griffe? C'est par là que j'arrive. Des traces de griffes encore.
This door is locked.
C'est quoi ça? Il y avait un loup-garou ou quoi dans le truc? Oh, ça va de partout. Hein.
Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
D'accord, ok. Ah, ça va, si je vais pas en avoir besoin. Bon. Ah, voilà, il y avait un truc à faire en fait.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve?
Ah, je crois que je vais mettre des points en occultisme parce que vraiment là, ça.
Bradley? Is that you?
Oui, bien sûr, oui.
Is anyone there?
Non, non, le bruit s'est fait tout seul et la porte elle s'est ouverte toute seule. Et toutes ces traces de griffes bizarres. J'ai rien qui vaille. Bien sûr, avec une petite lanterne sur le déco offerte.
You! Stop!
Il est où le flic qui était avec moi? Il sert strictement à rien.
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise.
Ok, d'accord.
Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far. This door is blocked from the outside.
I'll cover you.
Ah, ça, c'est très bien, ça. Y a pas un truc, une pièce cachée, là?
This door was closed earlier.
Je vais quand même fouiller un petit peu avant. Non.
Where did he go?
Must have got out some way.
No, he was here. I'm sure. Let's search this room. They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips. Seems like this came from a log.
Désolé, je parle plus beaucoup. Je suis concentré dans le jeu là.
This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism.
De toute façon, ça fait quoi? Ça va faire 1 heure aussi pour la seconde partie. Clairement. Ben,
Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
clairement un truc à faire avec ça. Bon, on va déjà fouiller ailleurs. Ah ben oui, c'est ça qui va nous ouvrir la. D'accord.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well. I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins. It looks like a freehand map of dark water. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. Have you seen the old maritime maps on Charles Hawkins' desk?
Strange. No ship has left Darkwater's shore for years. Maybe he kept them for sentimental reasons.
It looks like an old seaway map.
D'accord.
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log. Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
Il y a
Doesn't
clairement des
work.
trucs.
As if the bookcase has been moved several times. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log. Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
Ouais, un truc tout con. Mais ça, sur la map.
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Je vois rien qui pourrait m'aider. Il n'y a pas un truc. Bon, de toute façon, il commence à se faire tard. Je suis un peu fatigué. Ça fait 2 heures que je joue au jeu.
This Dr. Fuller, was he Sarah Hawkins' therapist?
Par contre, je peux pas sauvegarder, donc. Sahara, alors là, on est en Europe. Ici. Allez. Je sais, c'est la France.
Doesn't work. I must have
Bon,
missed something.
je verrai mieux demain. Esprit reposé, à tête reposée, comme on dit.
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
Euh, je peux pas. Bon, écoutez, les amis, je vous laisse là pour la seconde partie de Call of Cthulhu. On verra, je pense que je sais pas si, bon, je vais continuer à jouer, mais je sais pas si je ferai une troisième partie. Je pense pas, ou, ouais, je pense pas. Parce que c'est un jeu très narratif, il faut lire et tout. Je pense que ça vous a saoulé, et puis je vais commencer à chercher à droite à gauche. Franchement, c'est pas plaisant de voir un mec tourner pendant 1 heure, mais bon. Au pire, hein, vous me dites dans les commentaires si vous voulez une suite. Allez tout le monde, je vous souhaite une bonne nuit. En tout cas, pour ma part, il fait nuit. Si vous regardez la journée en pleine journée, je vous souhaite une bonne journée. Prenez soin de vous, faites attention à vous, prenez soin de vos proches. Bye bye.